So I checked the calendar, the weird one, and it's a National Pluto is Demoted Day. So of course we're making Pluto. Why would we not? Like, the calendar is cool and the planets. But before I tell you more about the Pluto soap that we're making today, hi, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudzers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And today is day something, and we're making the Pluto soaps. And it's a twofer for this, right? Because when I first started the Planetary line and the kids and I were looking at all the different planets and they're learning all this fun stuff about planets, I was wondering, is Pluto a planet? Is it not a planet? Or can we get... And then I saw on the calendar that it's Pluto's Demotion Day, which is super sad. And so I thought, well, we have to make a soap for Pluto to, honor him in the Planetary line, even though he's a dwarf planet and not a real one or whatever, because dwarf planets need love too. And so that's what we're doing today. And the Soap and Clay Kidlets were actually amazing in the entire creation process of all of this. They had such cool ideas, and we learned so much about dwarf planets and what makes a dwarf planet and all the things. And they're going to actually be in the video talking about all of that and telling you, how that all works out. So let's go check it out. It's Pluto Demoted Day, and this is a super short video, but cool thing about, column pours when you're not doing stupid pull-throughs is they don't take long. So that's awesome. Now, this oil blend is my basic 3. So olive oil, coconut oil, and palm, and it has been super fatted with avocado oil at 10% because why not? And yeah, you're not done. There you go. Yep, it's separating for sure. Keep mixing. Now, the scent blend that we're using for this, I was talking to the Soap and Clay Kidlets, and they taught me all kinds of cool things about poor Pluto being demoted to a dwarf planet. And one of the things that we decided through our talking about all of the things is the kids wanted to make it smell salty. And I said, well, why salty? And they said, well, because Pluto is super salty that he got demoted. And I laughed because that was hilarious. And so we decided to do that for the scent blend. Now, it's not exactly salty. I mean, it smells kind of salty, but the big notes in it are bergamot, peppermint, peppercorns, sandalwood, vetiver, and patchouli. And it is a delightful ozone-y, open air, outer space type blend, which I super love. And it does actually smell kind of salty. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that's what we are working with. Now we're going to do an in the pot swirl with like white and brown, because Pluto's sort of white and brown, but we are also trying to get the heart in, because we were watching all these cool videos on Pluto, and it has like a heart shape at the bottom of Pluto, and I thought that was adorable. So I wanted to get the heart in, and I will be using the black to kind of outline the heart where we place it and do the things. And that, sounded like fun. And so that's what we're doing for the pour. Now, this whole dwarf planet thing was actually so much fun to talk about with the Soap and Clay Kidlets, because they are so in the know on the solar system and doing all the things, and so they know all of the I actually should have brought them here. I had to I had to ask them before the video, what are the names of the dwarf planets again, and then I wrote them down. So they are as follows: Aries, Haumea, Makemake, Ceres, and Pluto. Poor little Pluto. He got demoted, and this is his demoted day, and it's sad. So we're honoring him because even though he's a dwarf planet, we still love him. And so we're honoring him by making this soap, really. And I think, you know, what better way to honor him. But when we were looking at all the rest of the dwarf planets, they were kind of cool. And I asked Soap and Clay Kidlets what it means to be a dwarf planet versus a regular planet. Like, how do they make that distinction, right? And they told me that in order to be considered a real planet, you have to orbit a star, which is okay, and you have to have enough mass to be able to pull yourself into like a circle, like a spherical shape. Okay. And I told them, well, Pluto does both of those things though, because it's round and it orbits the sun. We know those things. And then they said, yeah, but Mom, the Pluto has not cleared his neighborhood. I'm like, well, what do you mean? What does that mean, clearing the neighborhood? And they said that you have to be able to, that the planet itself has to clear the area around it of like debris and stuff. And Pluto, I guess, does not meet that criteria. So for that reason, he was demoted to a dwarf planet along with Ceres, Haumea, Aries, and Makemake. Right? I mean, they didn't get demoted, but they're like, he was the prototype, and then there are 4 more. Yeah, it's all a thing. So this guy is ready to be poured into the mold now as soon as we do a quick, beautiful, and oh so satisfying swirl with the chopstick and do the thing. And then we will pour this into the column and, you know, get the heart and the black and all the things in. So let's go do that. Okay, it is time for the pour, and hey, my angles aren't bad on that, guys. Look how pretty that is going into the thing. That's beautiful. I love that. Now I'm going to alternate between pouring the, yeah, those angles suck. You're not even showing what's going on inside the, right. So I'm going to alternate between pouring the white and brown in the pot swirl and then also pouring the black just in one corner of the soap mold, and then continue doing that until the soap mold is almost completely full. And I mean, you still can't see what's going on there. It's getting closer. Can you, oh, you almost had it. It was almost there. But yeah, just pouring that circle right there and that, see there? Just like that. And so the idea is like the top portion of the soap will be the white and brown mix, and then you have the black on the bottom because this sort of darker area is on the bottom of the pictures we saw, and then in that black area that will be like the black is sort of holding and hugging the heart that you can see on Pluto. And so that's the little heart that I made ahead of time with cold process in a silicone, you know, mold thing. And unfortunately, that guy's not exactly big enough to get to the top of the mold because I use that extra area where the liner, you know, comes out of the, because why not? And so I'm just going to kind of decorate the last couple bars with a skewer, and we will see what those look like in comparison to, you know, the one that has the heart in it. And this will be wrapped in a heating pad to be C-popped overnight. And I'm really excited for this cut. Like, I can't wait to see what it all ends up looking like. But the pour itself was beautiful and nothing like a stupid pull through and just completely satisfying. So let's go check out the cut now and see if I messed it up. I don't mess things up most of the time. But look at that soap. Isn't it beautiful? That is just so pretty. Oh, I really should start actually letting these set long enough to not get the cragginess on the outside of the bar, but you know, whatever. Oh, look, there's the heart. I didn't do that, but that's okay because it still looks stunning. Check that out. It is so pretty. I really love that. And I really love that too. That soap cutter. I don't think it's ever going to get, you know, old. Every time I see it, it just makes me smile. It's such a beautiful soap cutter. I haven't actually cut a round soap with it yet though, so this is going to be the first time we do that, and we'll see, you know, how awesome it is for round soaps. Really, should be great. Mr. Soap and Clay is good at all things, so he totally did this right, and nothing's going to happen. And of course not. Look at that. It's perfect. It's the best cutter ever. And it's so pretty. It's purple. It's ridiculous. It's so good. And that is so good. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. Oh, I love that. That is such a pretty soap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, look at that. That's super cute. I'm just gonna keep saying cute over and over again. That's stunning. I love that. One of the cool things about doing an in the pot swirl and then moving into a column is the beautiful lines that you get. Just the most delightful swirls. And I really like how the black part is sort of outlining the heart itself and giving the heart some depth. You can't really catch it on the camera, but the inside of the heart has some cool different like swirls going on in it too. So it's not like a straight, just solid white. It has, you can kind of see it there. It's a little bit better of an angle. But yeah, those are so beautiful. I love these. I think that's a really nice addition to the Planetary line for sure. It's way better than the moon soap. The moon soap was the weirdest thing I've ever done. And that is pretty. Remember the moon soap that looked like bacon? It smells like gunpowder? Wasn't the most fun pour? No. I mean, it's cool. A pink moon is awesome because that turns out it's a real thing. But look at this. Look at Pluto. Such a pretty planet. Never should have been demoted. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's amazing. I love this. And I actually sent a picture of this one to Mr. Soap and Clay and asked him to check with the girls, as you know, tell me what the soap is. And they immediately responded with Pluto. So it totally worked. And these are the ones that didn't have the heart in them. But I love it anyway. That looks really cool and is the sort of, yeah, and on that side there's still a heart. Yes. So that's a day 144, Pluto's demotion day. And it's very sad that he got demoted. But, you know, we're honoring him with the cutest planetary soap we've done yet, I think. Look at that. That's so good. I love this. Those are the cutest soaps in the world. Those are my favorite in the Planetary line so far, like without a doubt. The Mercury smells really good, right? Because it has the peppermint and but this one in design and smell, it's absolutely awesome. And I love the heart and it's super cute. And the Soap and Clay Kidlets actually told me that the reason Pluto the dog from Disney is named Pluto is because of the planet. So if somebody wants to verify that, that would be cool. I didn't look it up, but I thought that was cool information. So if it's good information, you learn something new. If it's false, then I am fake news. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. I super appreciate it. If you are interested in grabbing the Pluto soap, or as well as any of the other planetary soaps we've done to this point, they are at the website at soapandclay.com. If you are interested in more soapy antics, subscribe to the channel. You never know what we're going to do next. And again, thank you for being here for another day. I really do appreciate you, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye.